You can't have a good rom-com anime without the Goon Squad ruining everything. And sadly, the same is still true with The Dangers in My Heart, a masterpiece with a lot to talk about. So grab a snack and let's talk about the perfection that is The Dangers in My Heart.
君が僕に見せてくれた世界はとても綺麗だったな
This anime starts off pretty brutal compared to most romance animes that I've seen. It first introduces our main character, Ichikawa Kyotaro, a 13-year-old edgelord who loves true crime and the idea of murdering people, and there's one person in particular who he really wants to see dead. Like, I mean really. It's more tame in the anime, but in the manga, this dude was sick and twisted. But that person is Yamada Anna, a popular and fashionable girl with a very outgoing personality. The way these two characters meet is interesting. They both go to the library for different reasons. Yamada loves sneaking in there to snack, and Ichikawa loves going in there since it was his quiet place. Ichikawa is borderline stalking her in the library while holding a box cutter. Yamada ends up seeing him and bro instantly folds. Yamada was working on a project and Ichikawa gives the box cutter to her to cut some material. Yamada says she'll give it back to him in the morning and he agrees. The next day on the way to school, Ichikawa sees Yamada being talked to by this guy. Can I just take a second to say I hate this guy? We hate this guy. On everyone's soul, we hate this guy. Anyways, Ichikawa starts seeing that Yamada doesn't really want to talk to him, so what does Ichikawa do? The most logical thing, of course. He throws his bike at him and loses it in the river. After that, the story just follows along the edgelord and the model through their very awkward and wholesome interactions. For the setting in general, I love it. It's an interesting story to open with, and I'm not sure if it's been done before. I'm gonna have to give it a solid 4 out of 5. The manga definitely ruined the perfect score though. I'm gonna be the first to say it since I'm talking to myself, but I love the character design. I wish this story did take place when they were at least in high school though, because some of the scenes get pretty weird, but overall the characters and their designs are solid. We already went over the two main characters, but we can look at some more. Ichikawa Kana, our main character's sister, is the only one we really ever get some actual story behind. She's very involved in Kyotaro's life and is pretty nosy, not gonna lie. But she chill though. Some of the other characters we see frequently are the two friend groups between our main characters. Friend is a strong word for Ichikawa's sign. He hates those guys. They always drag him into everything, but Anna's friends pretty much have her back fully, especially Chihiro. She's like a sister to Anna in a way, but the story keeps focused on our two main characters as much as possible. Even when side characters are talking to the main character, they're talking about the other main character. Personally, I'd love to see some more depth other than one other relationship forming, but I can't be too picky. Overall, 4 out of 5 again for characters. Now, to be honest, when you think about rom-com animes, you usually think lower budget, regular, and not very exciting animation throughout the entire series until like the last episode. You cannot say this about Dangers in My Heart though. Every episode is honestly a masterpiece in itself. Like, the animators did not need to go as hard as they did, and so consistently too. Every scene feels right in its place, and there's not needless animation just for the sake of having animation. The storytelling just through the animation alone is goated to say the least. Not much else to say though, 5 out of 5 easily. If you're liking the video, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1K subs by the end of the year and we are inching close, so please subscribe. Thank you. There are a lot of emotions that you'll feel while watching this anime. This show does such a great job at conveying the emotions of the characters across the screen that I could feel the same emotions the characters were feeling at times. When characters would be anxious or upset at something, I would genuinely feel the same way. Even if you're not someone who's too invested while watching, we will all feel the same frustration of how long it took for a confession. But I think that's more of a Western viewer experience. The suspense definitely did get painful at times though, I can't lie. Overall, this anime really shows how vulnerable emotionally it can be, and I love it. It makes me feel connected to the show, and as a viewer, that's how I want to feel. 5 out of 5. The final episode, the moment in any romance anime that everyone waits for. The confession, the kiss, the fireworks. Actually, the fireworks weren't at the end of this anime, I think they were in season 1. The final episode opens in a bit of a familiar scene if anyone's ever watched Love Chunibyo and Other Delusions. Anyone else here? Rika? Yeah! Woo! Ichikawa is stuffed into a blanket in the girls' room on the class trip. The girls start having a girl talk, talking about dating and getting freaky. Why was that even put in? Soon the girls pack it in for the night and Ichikawa needs to escape, but that's when we get it. The first kiss. Psych! Bro throws it away saying he needs to talk. Yamada gets all embarrassed and then boom! Friend 3 over here comes swinging over the balcony and scares all the girls, giving Ichikawa the time to escape. The next day comes and per usual, Ichikawa is very hesitant to approach Yamada even though he said they needed to talk. Finally, they end up meeting one-on-one and Ichikawa says she can go to do her audition for a movie for her favorite manga series. She starts freaking out in a good way and goes to the audition, rushing to it. Later that day, the class comes home from the trip, and as Ichikawa is regretting not confessing when he had the chance. Alright, listen, I don't know what kind of crack I was smoking when I wrote this script, but he did confess to Yamada in this scene that I'm currently describing when he said that she can go to the audition. Just thought I should clarify that. He gets a text from Yamada saying to meet at the usual spot. He doesn't know where this is or what it means, so he checks every other place before checking the goddamn library. The most obvious spot, the library. But he does finally get there, and this is it. The moment we've been waiting for. The lighting is perfect, the suspense is there, and then... Yes! Yes! Woo! I love this episode. Amazing conclusion. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Overall, I love this anime. I may be biased and your experience may be different, but I loved it so much from start to end. Even though Ichikawa being completely dense at times did frustrate me, I didn't even care. I loved it all from start to finish. I know at the moment there's no news of another season, but honestly, I don't think it needs to have another one. This is a great anime and I'd recommend it to anyone who loves rom-coms. If I had to say one thing to really criticize it, it'd be the sexualization of Yamada at times. It's really unnecessary given that she is 13, but if you can get past that, then you'll love the story itself. Overall, I'd give The Dangers in My Heart a big whopping 5 out of 5. It might just be the perfect rom-com anime, and easily the best one of 2024. What are your thoughts on this show? Do you love it or hate it? Let me know all of that in the comments below. I know it's been a while, but I'll try to be more consistent now. See ya!